What's up YouTube? It's your boy Max here. Before we start this video off, I want to remind you guys if you could take the time to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. We're almost at 500 subscribers and I'm hoping we can hit that real soon. Now, let's get on to the video. Alright guys, with the Chainsaw Man anime series being set to release sometime in 2022, a lot of people are wondering if they should pick up the manga series. So, I'm here to answer the question. Is it mid? Alright, let me give you guys a little rundown of the story. The story focuses around our main character, Denji. Denji's a kid who's been born into poverty, and his only friend is his pet demon chainsaw dog, Pochita. Trying to earn money to live and pay off his debt, Denji does what he can to make money, which includes selling one of his nuts and selling one of his eyes. He also does little bounties for money with his dog Pochita that he uses as a chainsaw. One day, he's doing a job for someone, and the people he's working for end up double-crossing him, plotting to kill him. They actually do end up killing him, but with his dog not wanting him to die, his dog Pochita merges with Denji's heart, now giving him the powers of a devil known as Chainsaw Man. He's then met with Makima, who works for the government, and they give him a choice. We could either kill you now as a devil, or you could work for us and help kill other devils. After promising him the life that he always wanted, Denji ends up working for Makima, thinking that he's gonna get what he wants, which is girls, sex, and food. Alright guys, with that little rundown of the story, let me tell you what I really like about it. I'm not gonna get into spoilers for this one because the anime series hasn't come out and people haven't started the manga, so I'm just gonna say overall things that I like about it. Alright guys, one thing that I absolutely love about this series is the artwork. The artwork just really has a very rough and raw, edgy look to it, and I think it looks fire. Especially when Denji is in his Chainsaw Man form, the art's just beautiful. Here's some panels of it just so you can see. Next thing I really love about the series are the characters. Fujimoto just has a fire way of, adding characters that you're just gonna really care about, characters with funny sense of humor, and characters with cool designs. One of my favorite characters being Aki, and second would probably be Denji, and then Power. Fujimoto also has an amazing way of, just making the story entertaining. Whether it's the firefight scenes or the story just being funny, Denji makes me laugh a lot. You're gonna always find yourself entertained with this manga. Last but not least, the story. The story just has a lot of twists and turns and plot twists and things like that just keep you invested in it if you're reading it every week. It's not coming out every week right now until they add part 2, but just reading it, you're gonna feel very invested because it's a very quick read. I think there's only 96 chapters and every chapter is gonna want you coming back for more. Alright guys, now that I've told you what I like about the series, let's talk about what I don't like. One of the biggest problems I do have with the story though is pacing. Sometimes the pacing for the story is really good, but other times it's all over the place. Sometimes, you're just following the character arc, they're doing something, and then sometimes it's just, one thing's happening, explosions, fight scenes, the next thing's happening, someone's dead, something else is happening, and it's kind of hard to follow if you're not really, reading it back to back. Like when I was reading it weekly, for example, there's some times where I'm like, yo, I need to see the next chapter, and then there's sometimes, let's say there was a break for a week, I come back and I was like, wait, what's happening? Because I would genuinely forget. Especially near the end, too much stuff was going on and it was hard to pay attention. Another problem I do have with this story though, is character development. Like I said, the characters are fire, but there are a lot of characters that I feel like they could have developed way more. For example, there's some times where they'll introduce a character and then the character will play a major role and then you'll really know nothing about the character, and then let's say the character dies, and then you're just like, what just happened? Am I supposed to feel for their death? Because I really know nothing about them, and I feel like they're just thrown in. For example, not trying to spoil it, but there's this one fight with a sword guy, and he gets very little to no character development, where I feel like he was just there because he looked cool and for the fight. But after he left, he really didn't play that big of an impact on the story. But like I said, only part 1 of Chainsaw Man, the manga, has dropped. The 96 chapters, Fujimoto said is part 1, and he's working on Chainsaw Man part 2, which is probably gonna drop sometime near the anime. I don't want to critique too much things that I think he might fix in the other thing, so I'm going to leave out some things, and maybe when Chainsaw Man Part 2 drops, I'll review that one as well. Alright guys, now that I told you what I didn't like about the story, let me tell you some things I thought it could have done better. For Chainsaw Man 2, I'm really just hoping he fixes the pacing. I just hate when a story feels rushed or too slow, and with this story, I felt both of it at times. Hopefully with Chainsaw Man Part 2, he has a clear set of direction of where he's going, and every chapter he's keeping you invested, and he's just keeping it on a path that's gonna not only keep you invested, but make sense for the story. And also, like I said, I just want him to fix some characters and give them more development before, whether he kills them or he doesn't kill them. I just want to know the characters that are in the story and have a better idea of who they are as people. But guys, this story is really solid. With only being 96 chapters, there's not too much to critique, and those are my general thoughts on it. So, the question you've all been waiting for. Is it mid? Alright guys, if I was to give it a score out of 10, I would give it somewhere between a high 7 to a low 8. The reason I'm not giving it a higher score is because, again, there's only 96 chapters and this is only part 1. I feel like if there was more to go off to, it might raise or lower the score. But with it only being 96 chapters, you know, I feel like for where it is, that's a pretty fair score. But again, guys, I'm really hyped for the anime to drop in 2022. I'm really hyped for part 2 of the manga. Thanks for watching the video this far. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section below. Type what you would rate the story out of 10, and let me know what you want to see me review next. Like always, this has been Max. See y'all next time. Peace.
People ask what it do. Could put a man on the news. My boys playing my songs. My girl playing my flute. Ask me what I'm up to. Counting bands, they blue. I was playing my roles. Now I play on my toes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.